Why you do this, Prince?
We were just complimenting you, game.
Such a good game.
Be good.
It's pretty good.
You know what I can say to you guys? It holds up.
Yeah.
It
looks like it does.
It does.
It looks good.
It genuinely controls quite well-ish.
Like, you are pushing that with some speed, which is what you want when all you're doing is pushing a crate.
Yeah, this is not the original Tomb Raider trilogy, that's for sure.
That's
Have I been in here?
You've not been in that.
Okay, they'll appear.
That's why we say, like, oh, you know, Kratos does it right because he just kicks it across the room. Do you want to push it for 20 minutes or just one button push?
You should do more with crates with a name like that.
It took too long, really.
Time to Kratos 0.
Did you play those PS1 Tomb Raider games?
You might have to start saving over them.
Oh no! When you move a crate in those games, grab yourself a novel. No. My God, is it frustrating! It's like do a whole push. It's a tiny amount of distance. Reset the animation away from the. You pull away from the crate. Go back in for another push. Reset the animation away from the crate.
Well, because I know it wasn't
like 1,000,000 times to get it onto the Switch.
Wasn't Tomb Raider's thing a vaguely realistic platformer?
At the time.
Like, you can't jump off this giant platform and land. You will
die. The jumping was pretty intense. I mean,
I know it's sort of...
Damn it! I think this one you have to slow down.
Sad trombone.
That's why I say, because I think this is one you have to slow down. So I remember there is one. At least one.
Because I know that, like,
into the save point. Oh no!
Oh,
I was joking. Video game.
Oh, 3 hours later.
Oh, yeah, think about that.
The door's open.
No,
go.
No, come on.
Oh.
Come on now.
I'm
just gonna stare at it.
I know Tomb Raider shot off into the Hand of Midas and dinosaurs and all that crazy garbage.
No.
But wasn't it meant to be to begin with?
Well, you say that, but the dinosaurs and the Midas was the first game. And that was the craziest, actually.
Fair enough.
The second game was a lot more realistic, in air quotes.
Gotta roll.
You feel it.
We're saying that the Prince of Persia began as a realistic platformer.
I guess so, yeah. Didn't have dinosaurs in it, though.
No,
This doesn't have dinosaurs in it, unfortunately.
It had one kid in his pajamas.
Who grew up to be this idiot.
Well, no,
to be the Star Wars.
That's
Is this the zoo?
Do you know how they made the animation for...
This might be the zoo.
Prince of Persia? The original one? It was,
Yeah, I think you...
I don't know if I explained it on camera or at all to you guys. It was like the main designer's younger brother.
Yeah.
And they took like video footage and traced over him.
Yeah.
Except for the sword play, which was Errol Flynn.
Nice.
Because that's why it's all that huzzah, high, low nonsense. It's not actually sword play.
Yeah.
Is it actually sword play?
I've never seen Errol Flynn, so I can't speak. It's movie swordplay, probably.
Yeah, in movie swordplay is now known as flinning because of this, and it's basically you get your sword and you just go up, high, low, and just cling swords together.
One thing I do know is the guy that did the training and possibly some of the choreographing in Lord of the Rings was Errol Flynn's stunt double.
Cool.
So, all I know is that the fighting looked pretty good in Lord of the Rings.
Kinda. It wasn't too flashy.
Huh?
Well, except for that thing that Legolas does. But
Well, yeah, but
except for
that's
surfing on a shield.
Yeah, but he
I wasn't even referring to that.
He did that. Like
yes.
They got the shield. They did the shot. It happened. Yeah. He was on they had the shield get pulled down on wires so he wasn't gonna fall on his face.
I'm not saying I'm not saying that didn't happen.
Yeah,
fake.
it's just saying that wasn't CG.
That's kind of a flashy thing to have done in the middle of a fight. It's not.
Well, he's an elf. He's got the perfect poison. He can just do the thing.
Do you think you could climb that wall?
Shut up, Farah. Yes, I can climb the wall. What do you think I've been doing this entire game?
Well, you seem to be running in circles.
Well, maybe I'm going insane.
You can't do the dance of the men of the wall in this
can't.
game.
That's how you can tell it's good.
The wall doesn't exist yet.
Oh.
No, that'll come
What's
later.
all around us? What are we trying to climb, Andy? Checkmate!
Oh my god, are we going to like a broken garden?
This is a...
Yeah.
I love those.
It's the menagerie.
It's actually a zoo. I think it says on the... yes, that's fine.
Did you just create block 2?
I don't know.
Or have you now filled up my memory card with Principus?
Okay, you know what? I'm in post PS2 mode because that didn't even occur to me that you're using the memory card right now.
That's what I was saying. That you might need to start saving over.
I thought it was a case of like, you know, in games when you create a save and that gives you 3
look,
slots.
no, turn around. Look at the behind you. Look, it's a big tiger, lion, bear. It's trying to play with the shiny thing.
Oh my!
Isn't it adorable?
Another cool thing you could do is if you rewind time near Farah, she goes like, "Oh, I feel like I've been here before," or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
She comments on it.
Feels like I've been here before.
Feels like I've been here before. Repeat the chorus.
Will you guys behave? Although
it's just turning into Gorilla Monsoon over there. Just, will you stop?
Stop it, please. I hate you guys. Oh, I hate these.
Oh, the vultures.
Oh, I kicked my ass.
Ibises, I guess.
Do you
He's
remember?
killing me. Thanks, Farah.
Also on commentary, Lord Alfred Hayes.
Block.
Okay.
I know the guy, but I just remember him as an interview.
I might just be. I'm sure he did commentary.
He probably.
But you know the voice. He had the nerd voice, basically.
Eh.
To look at him, he doesn't look like you think how he should look.
Yeah, his voice face doesn't.
He's
match
got
his
like
face face.
flowing
Look at
brown
this.
hair, and he's just kind of chunky, and he's not, Mr. Banks from Mary Poppins.
Oh, he stopped it. This bird was clipping through the wall just then. Oh, he stopped it now. Good bird.
Yeah.
Good game. You saved yourself.
I couldn't move that then. That was
Because it's like the Gorilla Monsoon Bobby Heenan thing was like one of the best for just one guy is just messing about and the other guy is not having it.
Okay.
I was to let Farah in. Never mind.
IRL recently Bobby Heenan died.
Yeah.
Oh.
And what Kayfabe News had the best headline of like Heaven Rejoices, top commentary team reunites.
Nice.
And it's Heenan and Monsoon together just like dicking around and wrestling. And like,
Does anyone do this? Because, they talk about like, what would be like Heaven's big super group?
yeah.
What would be like, the main event of like Heaven's wrestling fed?
At the minute, probably Savage and Warrior.
Yeah? Wow.
Arguably.
Savage.
Warrior's not much of a worker.
It's too powerful. You have a bow and arrow, Farah.
I know it's like...
I'm bringing you over here.
It's a little morbid and all, but I like that people can do this kind of...
Yeah.
It's a very English thing, gallows humor, just being very dark about things. Well, like, you remember, I think it was in 2016, part of the spate of 2016, how there was like,
it was
within the
a bad
month,
year.
5 or 6 musicians died.
Oh, yeah.
And, something like The Onion, one of these satirical news sites ran, like, God announces supergroup lineup. And I'm down with that.
That'd be great. It was like Lemmy on...
Yeah, it was like when, probably when Lemmy died.
That would be a horribly jumbled sounding band.
Stop.
You got Lemmy, Bowie,
Dimebag, Darrell, Prince.
Well, that was a while ago.
That's a pull there.
I'm sure he was on the list in the article I read, but yeah, it's
good guitar player.
It's a weird band.
Keith Moon.
Pride and joy.
Keith Moon.
The Moon Presence, Keith Moon.
Have you seen that the Chainsaw Suit video, the weather forecast?
No.
Dear God, it's terrifying.
Come again?
What's a Chainsaw Suit?
Chainsaw Suit is the name of the group.
Oh, okay.
And it's... I don't know if it's a guy or a collective, But they have this recurring thing, Local 58, which is like your friendly neighborhood public access news channel, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That does a lot of signal intrusion. And one of them is like... It's very hard to explain without making it just sound dumb. But it's basically an emergency weather forecast regarding don't look at the moon. But it's really scary.
Oh, really?
To watch it, yes.
Okay. The moon is evil. Majora's Mask. Bloodborne, etc.
I wonder if that's where it came from. I also wonder if I made up this...
This was a fever dream?
No, the fever dream I'm thinking of is the real-life advert for Majora's Mask, which was a guy going around interviewing people in New York who are, like, sending their hopes and prayers to this plucky weirdo who's going to save us from the moon.
That's cool.
And all these people are like, well, I mean, I guess we're going to die, but maybe he's got a thing, I don't know.
Maybe he'll save us.
But nobody but me remembers this. So I don't know if I dreamt it.
See, I've got that with a not Rolos advert, Fruit Pastels.
Okay.
There's a robot, like a big angry robot with jaggedy teeth. It's a Fruit Pastels tube. And when it opens its mouth, you can see that, like, the two big Fruit Pastels on either side. And it walks around going, rar, rar, rar. Fruit Pastels.
Don't remember that.
Yeah, no one does.
Disclaimer, after that, Simon was taken away by the white coats.
I remember the one when the guy has his Fruit Pastels and the entire room begins dancing.
There's a death.
I think I remember that.
You remember he's like a...
Yes.
He's like a Scottish man. And he has his Fruit Pastel. And he says, there's juice loose about the hoose.
Yes.
And everything in the room begins like 3-frame dancing.
Yes. There was that whole storyline with Roundtrees. You remember that? They had a whole interconnected fantasy story. I can't remember the details. Like a fantasy.
You gotta find the round
story.
tree.
Yeah. I really liked them.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I remember they... Wait! No, was that related to the one when you had to find the blue sweet?
I don't know.
Because I forget what company it was, but they held a cross-product promotion across all of their sweets. If you found the one blue one, dear God, it's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Huh.
Like, you just win the company.
No.
Just get the company, really?
But it was some ludicrous prize for finding the one blue sweet they put out in
what happens if I go down
one of their packaging.
Where she came from? Oh, nothing.
I would love it if that just...
She just takes it up and...
like a boy in his blob, it just... No, do the puzzle again.
Bye.
No, do you remember the crazy gimmick Smarties they made? It was like a bag of wacky Smarties. And including one giant one of strawberry flavoured white chocolate.
No.
And it came with like a book. Like a little booklet, like a tiny comic book of like, oh, there's some guy, oh no, he had to fight the thing. And then he ate the giant Smartie and it gave him the superpowers and he beat the thing.
Yes!
Yeah, we go.
I used to have comics like that when I got school shoes.
Yeah.
Like when
when
you went to Clark's and you bought your new school shoes, they had the little up and down arrows in them. And you got the comic book of, like, Shoe Man.
Yeah.
And you went on adventures that could be solved with Shoe Man.
My sister had shoes, and there's a keyhole in the bottom of them. And it came with this key that you put in and you turn it, and it made these, like, panels on the side change.
Okay.
Or something like that. I might be making up, like, exactly what it did. But there was a keyhole.
No, Simon, you're misremembering it, Simon.
You're misremembering.
I could well be misremembering.
Wrong!
That never happened.
But there was definitely a keyhole in the bottom of the shoe. And
no, there wasn't. Anyway.
No, because I remember my sisters had something like shoes with keyholes. I don't remember what they did, because at the time it was like, oh, girls' shoes. I'm not that.
Come on, do it.
I've got like...
Do it. Thank you.
I've got like Mighty Max. That's not exactly the same product.
Mighty Max. I had the Frankenstein one.
I had all of them except for the zombie.
Yeah.
Because he had the little gimmick with that one was his eye was hanging out of its socket, and Mum was like, "No,
no, it's bad.
No.
It's violent.
I will grant you that spooky bat with the bloody teeth.
Fine.
The little robot, fine. Skull Island, at least it's not that kitten you asked for.
No,
you're not having the zombie."
Oh no, that was very lucky if that wasn't.
Oh, the 1-2.
Damn.
Oh, that's some amazing cooperation from the Blades.
Tag team. Oh god, this is clutch.
Oh,
that was clutch.
You did it.
No.
It's like,
there we go.
I like that I don't need to do dramatic replays on this one. The game does it for me.
The game is built around them.
It's,
these are slow.
I had basically a Mighty Max thing, but it was Tarzan, but not like classic Tarzan.
Wait, as in it was a Mighty Max product?
No, it was a Mighty Max shtick.
Okay.
Here is a thing. It opens up. There's little things in a
Yes.
place you're in, and yeah, it's like classic Tarzan. Here's Tarzan. He's got a knife. He's gonna fight this crazy leopard. There's an elephant graveyard. There's a golden elephant hidden under a thing.
Yeah.
Where you press the thing and it drops a skull on your
eyes.
Oh
no!
Oh, you're gonna have to do it again, Prince of Persia.
Hello, darkness, my I'm gonna run into these spikes. Have I really gotta go all the way back now?
I think you may just.
That is brutal.
That was a strange clip there.
That is, oh, they turned off. That's alright. He says as they come down
yeah,
on his neck.
because you walked over the spikes activated and immediately turned off, leaving you unharmed.
When the camera flicks around like that, does it briefly go out of world?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's a little weird, I'll confess.
Or is it hard to see because of motion blur?
There is a lot of motion blur in this, admittedly.
Which is fine.
Try this again.
I mean, that's one of those weird things with me that, like... You know, if you look it up, you're functionally blind for most of the day.
Sorry.
Really?
Things like if you look left and right, there is a brief point where your eyes turn off and don't register that, because do you know how insane that would be if your mind had to process all of that information?
Ignore my screams.
Because with found footage movies, this is one of the things that makes people so sick when they see found footage movies. Is because the camera doesn't cut out all the stuff that your brain naturally does.
Wasn't that a thing when Cloverfield came out?
Well, I mean, Cloverfield, Blair Witch, any of these things that...
Yeah, I guess.
Well, no, it's a problem like with... Okay, if you're holding a sheet of paper...
Yes.
And you do this with a piece of paper...
Shake it left and right, yes.
You can't see it. If you hold the paper still, and you shake your head at the same speed and the same motion, you can read it fine.
Yeah.
Because... when you're looking around quickly, your head and your eyes are acting in concert, so you can keep track of stuff, which you can't do if you don't have control over one of those things. In found footage, you don't have control over the eyes, so you can't compensate.
Yeah, it's out of your control.
I mean, there's also little things.
It's not. It's as far as I'm aware, it's not that you're suddenly seeing all the stuff your brain cuts out. It's that you're being subject to a lot of nonsense that you are not ordinarily subjected to. As opposed to cut out.
Yes, I understand. I guess
it is added nonsense.
I mean, there's things like as you walk and as you run, your eyes bob up and down, but you don't see that.
Well, no, because your eyes don't bob up and down because you know you're running and the muscles adjust so you get the...
Yeah, but like in a found footage movie, the camera's bobbing up and down and doing all of that. So you just...
Damn it.
Your brain goes, oh no, I'm not supposed to be doing that.
It's it's out of your control, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like a it's like a VR in a way. Like a lot of problems with that.
I've seen a really good solution.
I don't know what to do here.
I've seen a really good solution to like the problem of VR, which is
I just jumped that.
Basically, the game pretends that you have like.
I am dead now. That's not what happened, says the prince. Yes, it is.
Probably what happened.
Roll credits.
No, basically the game pretends that you have a bag on your head.
Oh.
And it puts this, basically a noughts and crosses grid in front of your eyes that remains static at all times. and your brain thinks, okay, I've, got a cage on my head. Everything is fine now. And for some reason,
okay, there we go. I don't know why I did that, though.
No, I don't think that does it.
And, for some reason, that counteracts the whole...
Go back.
Hang on, let me try something.
Motion sickness nonsense.
I get that quite bad in VR. After playing Rush of Blood, on the roller coaster bits, I was close to vomit.
I have...
It's not there.
Because I think you need to go on one of the other bridges, jump over to that. Yeah, you need to run along.
Okay, you're right, yeah.
Yeah, we know.
The only VR stuff that I have done has been... You remember that Mars roller coaster that was everywhere? I've been on that.
No.
It's like you go in like a little space fake shuttle and then it...
Oh, with the stupid aliens.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then
in IMAX.
It's
an IMAX thing.
No, I'm talking about the one where you get into... It's like they have a space shuttle that's on like a gimbal and it rocks you as you're in it with the screen.
And and the screen shows like you're on a track and it tilts back as you go up.
Yeah.
And then you get shot off into space and you fly around Mars.
I did not mean to do that.
It was a Street Fighter 2 one. It was great.
Wow.
I say great.
It was an experience.
It was all the wrong reasons of great.
It certainly happened. It was a thing that happened to you.
Of all the rides I've been on, that was one of them. So, did they ever solve the plot of Mighty Max? Because I know there was a cartoon of it.
There was a... I don't remember I remember there being a cartoon. I don't think I ever saw it.
Remind me what Mighty Max is, because you keep talking about it and it's on the tip of my tongue. Yeah.
It's that, except it's for boys. Trademark.
Okay. Boys.
For like, it's like, but it's monsters and he's on adventures and he's having fun. Because girls don't like having fun.
No, they don't.
Or doing adventures.
No,
why would they like that?
They're not allowed, alright?
Yeah.
Well, that was the point I was making. My sisters are very much into Polly Pocket, and I'm like, well, that's dumb and stupid. I'm going to go and play with the exact same product.
I used to play with goddamn Cabbage Patch Kids. Sue me. My sister had them. I was like, give me that. Looks cool. But I played them with my Action Man, Arctic Assault, Cabbage Patch Murderer.
Well, no, there's
right.
One of the there was a point when my sisters and I were younger when, I forget what it was exactly. It ended up that basically we were all playing with our figures together.
Yeah.
So they had my He-Man stuff and I had their My Little Pony original run stuff. And Mum's like, well, Andy's probably gay now.
It happened.
And I'm like, no, I'm just playing nicely with my sisters.
No, you're gay now.
Be glad we're not killing each other for once.
I remember I'd play with my sister. My sister would have Barbie things and I'd have the Action Man things. And she'd be like, hey, it's a weekday and they're all going to go to school. And I'm like, no, it's a weekend and we're going to go climb a mountain and kill Professor Gangrene or whatever.
Yeah,
she's like, no, they have to go to school. I was like, but no.
Look at these Guy Ritchie smash cuts.
And then it made mine go bungee jumping.
Oh, you're totally right. I used to do it with my sister, again with the Cabbage Patch dolls. Sorry, fudging dolls. I was like, let's go, I'll go to your house and then we'll go to Asda. Like, no, I'm gonna go fight the Velociraptor on a spaceship over here, okay? We can stop off at Tesco on the way. That's fine.
Tesco was your, middle ground compromise.
Tesco kept us from killing each other at an early age.
I thought she took aim bugs then.
Oh no, bugs!
She can shoot you, for the record, by accident. It's killed me in the past.
I actually like that.
Yeah.
I imagine I wouldn't if I was playing and she killed me.
It doesn't happen
very often. But you can rewind it and dodge.
But I mean, that would be my own dumb fault for standing in front of the arrows.
But you can't see her a lot of the time. Sometimes she's just straight up off camera, up somewhere. Water, thank God. It's been so long since I've healed.
Yes, no, plot of Mighty Max.
He would be.
This little kid, Max,
bugs!
He finds a magical hat. And
what?
And when he puts the hat on, that transports him to foreign lands.
Okay.
And that's why...
Mexico.
That's why he had a different coloured hat in every set, because it changed colour.
See, I only had the one set, so... I didn't know that.
Yeah, no. So like in whatever, the Scorpion King said it was green, but in the zombie said it was blue, or the ghost it was red, or whatever.
I think my one was red.
And like the plot was every time he did, it was Quantum Leap basically.
Yeah.
Every time he solved the thing, he got teleported to the next world. And like I don't think they ever let him get back home.
Oh, he's just
because that way they have to stop selling Mighty Max.
New enemy,
new
old
enemy,
enemy,
new
but
enemy
she gets the
type.
special cuts.
Oh, the new enemy again.